Hello. Good evening. What's wrong with the bitrate? Oh no. Poor guy, wasting your time. You're right, you should just leave again. It's nothing to see here anyway. I'm just going to get some work done. I might as well do it off stream. So, I guess I'll end it right here, right now. Thank you for coming. Bye bye. However, OBS doesn't seem to have that problem. Oh! Twitch is back in the green. Cool. I suppose if it's good, then I better get started. I tried tweaking the mic a bit by following some video, so I hope it works. Now I just gotta open the right scene. I think it's this one. Oh, I can't do this without the preview. Alright, we got it. Huh. Alright. I'm not allowed to shrink the OBS window. Oh well. Alright. Oh, I'm afraid of getting started. It's this bad. Now, I've been meddling around with toolbars and stuff. Let me make it snug and nice for that chat for you. There we go. All comfy and cozy. Oh, what we got here? I got this art piece that I'm working on. Which is kind of big, I realize. It is almost 60 centimeters in 600 dpi, which might be a smidge large. So, okay, I may not need or want to have the two windows of this open. I'll just do this and hope it survives. I just forget that my computer at home is not nearly as beefy as the computer at work. So it will be mostly painting today. I'm working on the background over here. Whoa! Snow blindness. Here we go. Last I worked on this, I was working on the trees. Big DPI. You know it. By the way, I did check my last stream. Seems the audio is still a bit off sync. That's annoying. Problem with that is that I can't really test it unless I'm streaming. Because the recording is real time with no delay. And then stream audio gets weird. I will say, where's my brush? Brush. Brush. Where's the brush? You want to use the nifty? Oh, zooming. This thing hates scrubby zoom. Oh boy. I'll be better off using the zoom icons. Or not zoom at all. Did you consider? Actually, I'm curious, what's print size for this? Fairly large. I like that. Just realized I'm sitting here with my glasses on. Like a nerd. Only nerds wear glasses, you know? Yeah. So, I'm not sure how much there is to say about this piece, other than it's a redraw of an old illustration that I didn't make. The original was made by someone else, and I figured I was going to redraw it. Yeah, totally not wearing glasses right now. You sure? That sounds like something someone wearing glasses right now would say. Ooh, I can feel the lag. This really isn't good for the frames. The DPI might be too powerful. You know, probably I should, for whatever illustrations that are intended to be sort of big, or have the ability to be big, I should really just go with 300 dpi. It doesn't matter at the distance. Or at least 600 dpi doesn't matter. Technically, this art piece is also almost finished. I'm just trying to make it cohesive-ish. You see how we have this house here that just isn't finished? I don't even know what layer that is on. You like this character? This guy over here? Yeah, he's a cutie. He doesn't wear glasses, but I'm pretty sure that he's some kind of nerd. Not all nerds wear glasses. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's illegal to spoil, but this might be coming out on some social media account someplace near you. So this area here is mainly just shapes. I mostly don't even know what I'm poking at. Except I somewhat know that it's supposed to be a snowy tree, but you know. So what are you doing, Casey? You wouldn't happen to be reading? You know, reading is for nerds. So, you know, it is kinda getting late, so it's not uncommon to get tired at this time of day. Nothing all day? Hey, you went to the gym, didn't you? That's productive. Oh yeah, by the way, if you hear that, among the things I did to my mic was that I turned off the compressor things, or at least lowered the sensitivity, just because I found that it made me sound even more like a nerd. Oh, actually, I wonder if I can take this brush and make it into some sort of blending brush. If how do they work? If I look like at a blend tool or something. What's this? Soothing watercolor? No. Blend? You prefer noise rather than compression? Yeah, I was feeling that too. I think I have like a watercolor blender somewhere in here that I could use to duplicate. Go to paint and apply, watercolor, no, brush, watering, realistic watercolor, texture blender. That's the one. Alright, if I rename it to Nifty Blender. And move it to, where is it? I think it's over here. Yes, okay, we're getting there. Now, Nifty, let me have a look. What's the tip? Brush tip? Nib 328. That's the one. But then it also has some texture to it. Let's see, texture, dull paper 20. Quite small. Emphasize density. Let's see if it does anything. Okay, let's see what it does. Maybe I should just merge these two. No regrets there, right? Yeah. Whatever, no regrets. Oh. It's thinking. Merging is hard. Oh, it worked out. So, I bet I can test this on some pretty rough colors. Like these, for example. Okay. But it isn't quite thick. So it's kind of rough to deal with. Yeah, I just lowered the texture. Does that help? Not really. Ink opacity. Heighten that a bit. Works a bit. Brush density. Does help some, but it's doing more like patches. I'm thinking it's doing a spraying. No, it's not. Okay. Then what? Brush tip, direction, thickness, pen pressure. Put that to somewhat random. That's something. I think it's doing things. Can be able to use it somehow. Not sure if it does exactly what I want though. Kind of works as a watercolor thing. If I don't emphasize density, then it's just this. That can be nice too, actually. If I invert the texture, that could also. Okay, the emphasizing of texture is definitely something that doesn't get rid of the edge. So I don't think I like that. Woozy Cat, hello, welcome. Thank you for checking out my stream. Pooms, yo, how are you? Long time no see. Or talk, or you know, those things. Wait, am I? Oops, that's on the single. Oh crap, I've been doing lots of history things here now. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoops. Let me remove this a bit. Oh wait. Okay, cool. Now back to blending in a safe space. Like this. Woohoo! Just woke up from a good nap after work. Oh, ain't you the grown-up? Nice. I really don't know if I want it, if this is doing what I want. Is it stroke? Ah, here we have more gaps. Means If you reduce it from 20 to like 3... It's still very hard to get rid of the edge. Oh, yes. Thank you, Discord, for letting people know that I'm streaming. Hey hoo. Aren't we all being tossed to the lions? I sure am. Well, so I shouldn't be leaning on textures anyway. Maybe this just has to be good enough. We'll see if it does what I want. I'm suspecting it's not, but you know. Oh, cool, yes, I can do invisible changes. Just as I wanted. Not really. It is killing the texture. Yeah, no, it kinda sucks. Here we go. Emphasize density. Which density is... Which part? Invert? Okay, that one depends on whether it's the light or the dark that is going places, but I think like this way. Nice! Okay. We have a very yellow treetop happening. What are we gonna do about that? Woohoo! Yellow is a cool color. Depends on whether or not it's a cold or a warm yellow. Sorry, I've been recently stream. I was talking about nerds, so I had to know that for a sec. Yeah, yellow is nice. Yellow is also very nice in like winter places. Winter places, not window places. Yes. Let's see. We have the hills. But... Oh, that's awkward. How do I deal with... See, I have a problem with edge control. And by that, I do not mean that I draw goth girls and stuff. I just... I want the snow here to feel soft and everything. However, it's not how I laid it out. And now it sort of requires that I instead have this paint over sequence. Like, I would have to manually be drawing stuff here to expand on it. I don't really like that, but what you gonna do? Here we go. So yeah, this here is InkyPen's mascot, Inky. She's a bunch of good vibes. And I've had the pleasure of drawing her a lot over the past years, which is awesome. Okay, I think that makes the edge seems way nicer already. if you compare. If I turn it off, it's like, oh man, what is this vector or something? And then suddenly it's just with some extra edge. Hey! Get your socks back on. Welcome. Why does it say first time chat? You refuse. Yes, we are all 5-year-olds here. Appears I have in my head been streaming way more than I actually have. Promised hubby you would play. Okay, you go play with your hubby, son. And thank you for dropping by again. Have a super evening. Enjoy your playtime. Thank you, VB. It is looking quite alright. I'm mainly trying to do the finishing touches. Sort of having issues with the trees here being very high in contrast. Is that my problem? I'm not sure. Now, the back trees over here, I'm very happy with. They seem very good. But maybe I could mellow down some parts of the trees. Hold on, let me see. If I use the darker color thingy, just color in like this to make it so that, you know, it is likely that the hill would obscure some of the light. Let's also make that a clipping mask. Not used to hearing me speak English. Me neither. That makes the two of us. But my colleagues at work, they're used to it. Frankly, because they don't speak the region. Now, alright. Also, there might be a quality difference between Discord microphone and the OBS configuration. And I've been meddling with the mic, so I hope it's alright. Sounds good? Oh, good, thanks. That's good to know. Makes me feel a bit safer. Okay, I think by mellowing down the highlights, it is tuning down the screaming. Screaming of the highlights. How was Trondheim? Trondheim was good. It was very nice meeting people, also signing books for people. I think I signed like 9 books, which is, you know, yeah, that's a win for a small creator. Good win. Heck yeah! I also went to a cafe where I had like the sweetest matcha latte ever. It was sickening. Very fun to experience though. Do recommend. They did not skimp on the sugar, I tell you. On that and the scone I had. Scone? I didn't know you could just drape a scone in that much sugar. It was pretty good, but also very shocking. Okay, what are we having here? Yes, bring your book. I will sign it for you. Happily, even. Always happy to sign books. And if we have like, so bad, promotion of myself, but it is better to approach me personally when I'm not at the signing table and have me sign your book, because that leaves me more time to make a personalized greeting or signature if you wish it. Like, if there's like a line of people, that is a bit harder to be like, oh, there, I wanna draw well, but I also have to draw fast. Now I wish I could connect my spy cam to the stream, because I have a bird on top of my monitor. Oh well, some things are only for my own eyes. Let's see. Okay, how much should I tune down? All the way? Or just a bit? Or not at all? Just a bit. Yeah, are you often in Bergen? Ooh, yeah, you definitely gotta hit us up. Hit up the whole Tucson crowd. We'll be happy to meet you. In Trondheim, I met someone who isn't too active on Tucson, but he's in Trondheim and he does art things. Met him for the first time. That was pretty neat. I like it when I can meet people. Okay, now I'm just doing things. What's happening? I'm curious, can you hear the flapping? Occasionally. Let's see, do some soft shading here. Not too much. Still to just mellow it down. You don't have much to share with Tucson? Hey, we have channels for that, you know? There's nothing wrong with boobs. Okay, I'm liking this a bit more. It's getting a more mellow blue feel to it. I think I like that. Yeah. Quite nice. Just merge it. And hope nothing crashes. Oh my god, I should save. This will take so long if whenever I hit save, it will probably take a lifetime. Or make the screen black. Which is funny. The screen is black for me now. Apparently for the stream it is all good. Oh gee, I do hope it does save properly. Ah, there we go. Writing to file. Okay, we're back. Ah, and I'm filming with I have so many things going on. I have a sort of security clip studio thing. The window is too small, so I can't really see. Okay, we have the display capture. Yes. So if you see that the layer panel becomes gray in any time, it's because I'm getting toolbars in places that was probably not visible before, so now you know. Streaming setup shenanigans. Yes, yes. Okay. What's more? We have still the hill. I think that's the stove edge. Did I? Yes, I didn't call it anything. Okay. Edge control. Is this art for InkyPen? It is. I'm making art for InkyPen. I should probably clock my hours for this. But we'll see. See how focused it is. Thank you. I'm having fun with it. It is both fun and frustrating to make backgrounds like this, because it is kind of new to me. It also feels really nice to make them. I should teach me to stop doing the scrubby zoom. The scrubby zoom makes it lag so bad. Ah. Oh. This is like randomizing the lines by the colors. Go. Bit more uniform. Okay. Oh no, I'm noticing nitpicking. I did the scrub zoom. Ah. Swoop. Oh. Huh? Really? Oh. That's interesting. I have been skimping on routine, it seems. You usually would not want this to be a thing. Now, this here, I am nitpicking. This will not be super visible, I'm sure. Okay. No scrubby zoom. Away. Oh, I'm finding more things. I should have never zoomed in. So missing is scarce. Yes, it is. I always notice the itty bitty little things. It will be fine though. It's not the end of the world. However... Oh! Okay. I may see why it is like that. However, then I can just fill it like this and everything's good. Nice. Good, good. Now I also want to color some of the just the line art for the ears. Do I even have... Wait, I do have a reference. Go back to filling in everything inside line art in one color. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a thing you can do. Ear color. Let's fill in this baby. Oops. I usually have fairly good control on where my fills are, and they are usually easy to correct, and sometimes they are not. Oops. There. That's how it should be. Now you don't do it anymore? You lazy bum. Okay, there we go. Do I want color here too? I think I do. Yes, it feels right. There should be color. Easy. Then what's next? I think this is a good time to try squinting at the drawing to like see if I can make something out that I should fix. Turns out that is very hard. I can't really do it. Yeah, balance feels okay. Now it's just a house. A house that is missing. So... building snowman. Okay, that's different picture of Inky. Right, I needed that as reference for her coat. But what else? I think in my mind I intended to use the same house as is in the background of this drawing here. sketches. References. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna go look for the full drawing somewhere so I can have proper reference. Let's see. Oops. InkyPen. Wishlist InkyPen on Steam. Snowman. There we go. Web. Now, I'm kind of afraid to see how it opens, but I'll just click on it. Okay, cool. I got it on the right monitor. Except now I cannot see chat. What is it with screens being low resolution? Did I design the InkyPen mascot? No, I did not. The mascot was in fact designed by Lars. Then I knocked him over and said, "Give me the controller." Just kidding. I was just making happy fan art because I like Inky. But he made the initial design, and then I've been doing more character design development, which appears to be something that takes a lot of time if you're not really trained in it. So, he's been holding out on you. Yeah, he's a champ. Let's see. Lars is a fun guy. And a good guy. If I just select editing there, are those the same color? No. They can't be. Let me check if it has the crispy. It does have the crispy. This is a big grin. I wanted to change the hue a little bit. There we go. All these jags. I swear, if this was vector. Beautiful. Then we got Dev in the background. And his skis. I mean, his colors in general, they're kind of... There is something I do not like about them. Yes, it's something about the green. Should the green even be there? Let's see. These are both this layer, right? Yes. So if I have red, looks very fleshy. Doesn't look good, but maybe if it goes just more green. It's a bit better. I think by just reducing the amount of colors and hues, it is a bit better, but the question is this a bit too dark? I don't really have time to overthink it. Oi! Is it weird to have some clothing color the same color as your body? You don't know what's the norm for anthro characters? Do you mean mascot characters? I can't get the right color. Do I need to just lighten it? I guess. Oh, I wasn't even going to look at that one. I was going to look at the house. Oh! I didn't notice. Also, thank you for the sub. Yahoo! That's so nice. Alright, let's look at the house over here. Where even is the inks for this house? In BG. Okay. Mid trees. Okay. Layer 1. Oh. Oh wow. These things do so much. Well, merge. Mountains. Hill. Layer 3. That is house. Now, I'll use that as just a backdrop, I think. Let's see how I can get it to be something nice and cozy. Doesn't matter if I paint outside the lines or anything. It's gonna be good. think Lars call this shipping ready. One thing when you're making art for companies in this way, you have to be like, you have to know what good enough is. And I always want to push forward beyond good enough. I want it to be great. And then I have to settle somewhere, not in like, I won't be reaching the goals, but it will end up being pretty nice. So, you know, even if I don't get where I want to, I still come sort of far. Bit different from taking commissions from individuals? Yes, quite. For once, for one, it is. I have spent 2 years learning to draw Inky and learning how Inky should be at the same time as deciding how Inky should be. So I've been developing the style as well as just learning by doing. Part of the learning is also in making illustrations like this, where I experiment and see what direction I can pull the art. But having the freedom to do that sort of experimentation, that isn't very common. Like, InkyPen is a really cool company that lets me do this. Regular companies, I'm not sure if there even existed a job that would let me do this. So this is very different from any other sort of job, for sure. Then again, I'm not super experienced in doing commissions for individuals. I did some back in the day, but had a few poor interactions that ended up burning me out. Great, Casey. Thank you for wishlisting InkyPen on Steam. You're my hero. Everyone who wishlists InkyPen on Steam is my hero today. And we're launching soon. It's crazy. We've been working for this in years, and now, soon. Oh, I love coincidences like this. So you see the darks on top of the roof here, where there's like snow. I didn't quite intend on that, but it just worked out and ended up looking very clearly like snow on top of the roof, and ooh, that's nice. Okay, I'm not sure if I managed to detail this as I would like to, but it will be fine. You know what? I'm just merging these. Call them huse. Not being afraid to merge layers. I kind of want a warmer color. Steal from this one, maybe? Yes. Okay, now we're getting there. And so I don't even need to be careful, like I don't care about this part that led through. Very nice. Ad break soon. But you guys are subbing. Yeah, I'm curious. Is it no socks or VB? Can I choose, or is it? Is there a right way? Free choice? Alright. Nice. Wait a second. Isn't there a chimney? Oh, there should be a chimney, but... Who's in? Who's in there keeping the fire? Not sure if I should have that there. But I can try the blender. Boop, boop, boop. Santa! Oh my god, they're partying with Santa! You gotta check in more often, Casey. I'm sure I've been poking at that house for a while. Surely. Phoebe was your nick when you were a kid? Oh. Writing! Casey is writing code. Like a hacker man. Like a cool guy. All the cool nerds do the hacking. Oh! Speaking of, Casey, have you heard? Have I spoken to you about Neil Breen? Oh, right. Casey might be not a subscriber. So he's doing the ads. Oh, and he's redeeming the go away from the computer things. I guess I'll have to go away from the computer for a while. Meanwhile, I can try to hit the save button and see if it survives. Alright, on it. Oh, the borbs are relaxing. But since I gotta get up and stretch, might as well catch some water. And the music ended. Man, it's hard. Hey, borbs. This is the sound of me trying to move past the borbs and not stepping in poo. There we go. Alright, that's better. I had a stretch. And music. Right, it's not shuffling. Let's become... Whoa. Cured of depression. Is it loud? Is it too funky? I can lower it. It's fine. Too funky for you. I'll lower it. Just a bit. It's actually quite loud for me as well. Alright. I'm not sure if Clip Studio saved while I was away. But yeah, now there's a little house. And we can have, let's see, just, I'll do some nudging on that house. Looks a bit too chunky. I used to think of the liquefy tool as cheating, and now I've become a cheater. It's great. Oh. But it's sort of rough on the processors or whatever. Here we go. Right. There's like some white here that doesn't really make sense. Not sure what to make of it. I think most of it looks good. It's the kind of illusion of detail kind of vibe, where just your mind reads it as something very clearly, and if you just don't look at it too hard, you'll be convinced. This part will probably not even be visible. And that's how it goes. Okay. I think that's mostly it. I think this is as good as I can get it. Looks good to you? Thank you. I'm a bit doubting on still these trees. Could try masking away some of the problem here is with the contrast that it melts with the background if I go too hard on it. That's my problem. I'm using too many tones here, and it's becoming too complex for me to control. I think that's mostly it. I'm also overworking things. Aye. Stop it. Stop this overworking. But well, these details, not sure if anyone will notice. Nah, I can't really save it. I think it's good. I could color in the tears. Could do more edge control. Like over here, for instance. I feel it's both a very boring and a rewarding stage. Like going around it and giving things a bit more edge, or like ruffling the edge more like. Takes it from looking plastic-like to, well, becoming more done really. And yeah, it looks more like it was actually painted and not just made with lassoing around some shapes. There we go. Good mountain. This one already has it. Pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll call that done. Unless I think that it was my intention to do something with the colors on Inky herself. I'm still paranoid that the saving didn't really happen, so I'll be hitting save, expecting my screen to go black. Or no, it worked. No stress. Nice. Okay, let's see. We have the F. Make that the reference layer. And then I'll go here, call this S for softs. Might be I can do just some cheapo coloring. Do I have the... Surely it's no issue to reveal this. Oh yeah, that's the original. Right there. It didn't have any fancy shading going on. Now it's very clear what is the lit side and what is not. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I intended on touching up the colors here in post. Then again, the lower parts here are in shade. It's kind of icky purple. That's better. Oh. Let's see, wanting a sort of mid-tone. There would also be some sick reflection going on from the snow. Not sure if that's how it works really, but it is intense. Might be cool. That's only it. Oh yeah, that looked lame. This is more proper. Nothing else here does the like gradient stuff. I think I will be careful with that. I'm not gonna go overboard with like rendering and shadow effects because that's kind of boring to do. And often I do find that even when stuff is flat looking, it can look really good. So over-rendering is always a risk, and I don't want to do it. Although I for sure wanted to do something with the sled here. Might also want to do something with the skis on Dev. Nothing too drastic. It's kind of hard to see though. Should I add some blush to Inky maybe? That would be weird. More like eating something spicy and pretending it's fine kind of face. It's very cute, but I'll stay away from the blush, I think. Right, it was the coloring of the tears which I was considering. Which wasn't a good idea. Really not sure about those. I think they're fine. Looking good. Okay. I guess that's a finished illustration. Woohoo! Or well. Still doubting the soft here. Something about them. Can I lower the contrast somehow? Whoa. Whoa. I just keep cranking it back and forth. Yes, I want it a bit brighter. Well, seems good to me. How long have we been going for? Just an hour and a half. I will admit, I am running a blank right now. Had I thought of that, oh, gosh darn, I need this to be done soon. And now that it's done soon, what now? I guess what's cool about this is how I can do like format checks. Set it up so that I can test compositions that are good. I'm like scanning. It's like a mini game. There I have. Start over. Oh. Okay, this will be a great picture. I like it already. Start over. Do what? Start over how? Okay, saving for real. Suspense. Okay. Okay, well, we do have the. Where is it? Oh, I'm gonna browse my files. I've been doing things. Well, I did have this Inky thing that I was working on the other day. Do I feel inspired for that? I mean, it's... No... I don't really feel inspired for that, I think. It is kind of an easy animation though, if I don't go overboard with it. But you know me, I'll end up going overboard with it. Maybe I should get my mind off Inky. And let's not make something that is like crazy too big. Here we are. Ooh, widescreen. It is so darn white. Aha. Want a color? We can go with something warm. Warm color. Inky away. I feel like I should just be laying lines. Oh, actually, I forgot. I should have page settings. Is there a time lapse? It's guess I better save this at something. Art. Work files. I don't know what to call it. I'll call it stream. 14. No. 14. There. So, right now, I'm not doing anything in particular. I'm currently only messing around. I'm actually kind of open for ideas, really. This color here is not working out. I don't like it. Let's move on to something simpler. It's kind of weird. Nowadays, I don't really have ideas. And so what I end up doing is willy-nilly making something that looks like some sort of composition on a landscape. While back in the day, I was more likely to do characters and stuff. So it's kind of weird how that changes. Brain got mushy. Yeah, it counts as painting practice, I suppose. Though I would like to put some character in there as well. Did you know that you just got coconut mold? Hard to believe, I know. But it happened. Still happening, actually. Now, this is looking threatening. What is this? There are probably compositional rules I'm breaking this way of working. But what would he have me do? I always feel like composition is the biggest struggle, which is funky since it's such a basic thing. Thank you! The brush I'm using does do some color jitter, which helps immensely in giving things life. And I am thinking that there's sort of light happening here. However, oh yeah, there we go. Some weird lighting. How can I, if I duplicate this and bring out my auto action, where is it? Window, auto actions. I got this here. Channel separation, boop. Okay. It struggles. Just lovely. Oh, I see. It struggles because it wasn't flat, kind of. Okay, if we retry that, but with merge visible to new. Then we play the thing. Yeah, that's more like it. Now I'm just looking for the one with the easiest contrast. Not that one. This one, I guess. Alright. So I'm just looking to make the whitest white. And the darkest dark. Okay, we got it. Invert that. Make it into raster. Now I kind of got all the parts that are lit. Lit parts. How can I use that? We could do some. Well, no. Overlay sucks. If I recolor this to some yellow and make it glow. What I wanted to try was also doing some blur. Motion blur. There we go. Whoa. That's a bit strong, don't you think? Heh. Overbloom. It does some things that I like, but I'll be softening it, I think. I just wanted to try it. I don't think it looks like super good. That's pretty nice. Yeah, just a slight thing. Call this white upper glow. Can delete that channel. Then what? What do we do about this? Do we have like a character we can add here or something? I'll be the first to say that doesn't really look that exciting. Something about the placement, character, maybe the scale. I'm a bit blank again. Oi! Yeah, I gotta... This is way too much, but... Sort of got a nice effect to it. Bringing some noise to it. Which is too much-ish, but also interesting. Appropriate. Any ideas what I could add? Some roots. Like dead plants kind of roots. I was thinking maybe there's something here in the dark. Like, it's still too clear. About to be an epic standoff. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if that cowboy know what he's in for. In for. However, could also be someone over here. Trying to like think up extreme close-up possibilities, but I might be better off. Wait, how? Yeah, okay, see the mod icons? Very helpful. How do cowboy hats work? Bang. Hats in general are the worst. And hats especially do easily compete with other shapes of a character. Okay, now I'm just goofing. The only sad thing is that it's covering maybe my favorite part of, you know, the light area. I really like this part, which is exactly where I drew the thing. Damn. Damn. It's fun how this is all drawn with like the same initial color and then the brush just does lots of the work. How does that look flipped? Oh, like a blur. Let's see if we can fix some balancing issues. And just some clarity issues. think I want the ear here to be more forward. Now, are cowboy hats like so? Yes. Or they could also be like so. Depends on the hat. So ever so slight up tilt should bring some dimension to it. Basically it. Now I'm pretty sure lasso knots don't look like this. So hard to get the right length on Inky's ears. I did complain the other day that the reference has too short ears. Okay. Right. I wanted to check. How does it look if I just... Ha! Yeah, no, that doesn't quite work. I won't be able to get my background. Less. See, this is why I struggle with composition. I sort of rely on some coincidences. in composition, and then once I have some coincidences I'm happy with, I start trying to lay out things that are more, well, serious or meant to be as they are, or meant to be there intentionally. I just end up doing weird things. But okay, it doesn't quite have the same impact here. I can try expanding on just silhouette. You did it? Are the ears growing? Yes. Yes, they are. They are ever so growing. Well, thing is, I don't think she should be looking too much like a cat. We get that a lot. We've had some good guesses on what Inky is. However, that should be like something guess-worthy and not just, well, clearly a cat. So no, shouldn't be a cat. Casey, what do you do? Great job. Oh, nice. Good coding. Are you going to do the advent of code? Wait. Dang. I'm getting up and stretch for a moment. There we go. Two hours of scribbling. You are gonna do the coding. Nice. My boy at home, he does a lot of advent of code. Or well, he always starts, but as the puzzles get harder throughout the month, he usually falls off. But it seems like a really good exercise. Seems like the difficulty level does vary a bit, but that it's generally a bit hard and might have a tendency to get a bit too hard. Forgot to ask. Paperclip, how's your evening? Okay, I like this chocolate figure here. It's very nice. Good to hear it, Paperclip. Also nice to see you around. I'm really not sure what this illustration is about. I like it so far. Roping in them customers. Yes. She's out in the Wild West to spread the good word. I really like the just the hint of something big and wormy going past there. Let's see. For this, I wonder if I can do something to make it less chocolate. Yes. I feel like I went in with on this without the design. There are lots of fun things I could do design-wise, and I am not prepared for that. As much as I would like to say I should have planned, I do know I wouldn't have. So, no worries. Shouldn't have, wouldn't have. That's not subtle enough. Ooh, pizza. Enjoy, Casey. Sounds great. I feel like I shouldn't go too far with like doing funky stuff with a contrast. Could make this feel more blue. I think if I go white gray. No. That does not read as blue. This is a quite dark area. I think that's the color we want. Oh, it's dark red. Cool. Okay, no, I'm giving up on that part, but this part, that's looking good. I just feel there should be some sort of blue somewhere. Maybe the underside of the hat? No. Yes? Maybe? Ooh, I'm not sure. It looks weird, but in not the worst way. I'm not even sure if I want any detail on that rope. Guess I can, you know, add some ropey texture by just drawing in some bits. Pizza does sound nice though. So I'm not sure quite why this mysterious figure is so much in shadow. I mean, most of the background is still quite light. Yuck. Wow, okay. This here is not behaving as I expect. I was thinking of like trying to get some bounce light going on. And remember that I am not really that much of an expert when it comes to that sort of light sculpting. I could go around and do things, but no, it doesn't quite feel right. And what I really want is... You think it fits? Yeah, maybe. Ever so slightly. Well, okay, getting some bounce to it, just carefully, does help fit into the scene. I love Gerudo Valley so much. Okay, as a doodle piece, I think that level of detail is okay for at least a figure. A mysterious, mysterious figure. Create folder, insert layer, name the folder. Mysterious figure. There we go. We'll never know who it is. But they're on a mission. And then we still have the cowboy. Cowboy. That is like in here. In the dark. Not quite sure what to do with it. The silhouette? Willy-Song version of Gerudo Valley? Maybe? Not sure? I do not doubt that it's a good one. Though I'm very, very picky on covers. Now, so this here is the cowboy, the OG cowboy. Is there anything I can do on to this guy to make him stand out more? And maybe make some more readable action going on, because now we have mysterious worm being. Wait. I mean, one could hope that mysterious figure TM is coming to some sort of rescue. Do we have anything Western-like to do with this guy? See, silhouettes also super hard. I don't know how to blow up a body to become something interesting. Like, is the guy looking towards? Or are they distracted by the big thing? Are there more people here? Now I'm just chicken scratching my way around. I truly do not know. Maybe it is someone holding on the thing. Like holding a rope that is being held very stiff in that direction. Is that something? That doesn't even look like... Gosh. Oh. Does that seem like something? Not sure about that one. Don't think I like it. Yeah, you can barely see the rope. The smoke is more distracting than helping. Saving. Oi. Dang. Taking its sweet time. How do I make the smoke not look like rocks? So how do I make this look like actual tracks? If this guy is being pulled, and like, would he be pulled straight or in kind of a direction? Now maybe the rope needs to not go upwards like this, but actually follow. Now it's more like the mysterious figure and whoever's in the front are kind of a team. I'm getting Cowboy, Kim Possible, Unstoppable vibes from that. But you know, teamwork is dreamwork. Now, that would also end up causing a sort of shadow. Okay, if I just add the shadow first and then bother about other things later. Well, it looks kind of messy. As a concept, getting places. Now, I do want something to flesh out this monster, like scales or something. Let's make some pineapple patterns. Yeah, well, it is something driving by here. A pineapple. It's a big pineapple. Though I'm not sure how exactly to do scales and such. Like, I'm doing something now, but who's to say that's right? Does it look scaly? Not really. But if I make it less visible, or wait a second. It's a fairly light color. If I color the bottom a bit stronger, it kind of sort of does the deal. Now, so the question is, how dark is it among the edges of the mountains here? Like, there's lots of dust, and there's obviously a lot of obscuring of light happening from this big friend. Hmm? Oh, damn. Things are very subtle in here right now. It might work. I'm not used to having stuff with so low contrast though. Well, that doesn't exactly look very good. I wonder if it's more of a obscuring of light downwards? No, that can't be it. I think I'm making it too defined as well. You know, away with that. Doesn't quite work. Or it might be the wall just needs a little touch. Gotta go. Have a good night, Paperclip. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, I got nothing to do. So, I guess I'm sitting here. I'll probably finish up this drawing and then call it a day. However, it is quite fun at the moment. Fun. I'm having fun. Enjoying myself, making the art. Ooh, yes. Alright, now the contrast is getting... it's doing the right thing. Yes, that is an improvement. Just trying to make the wall itself a bit more interesting here. Fun scene? Thank you! I think it's healthy doing this kind of thing. Like playing around as a kind of exercise. I do notice that, like, this whole area, what even is happening? I thought at first it was like, well, okay, sure, it is kind of receiving reflected light from the ground. I think that looks what it's happening. It's in itself, it is in shadow, but unlike the other things that are like red, this area is just in a darker spot, so it's not surrounded by all that stuff that makes things glow. However, I would love to have more texture going on. Let's see if I can make that happen. Not texture, but just shapes. Not too high contrast, we don't want that. Okay, now we're talking. It's becoming something. Of course, I remember. Now I know why the saving took so long. It's because it's recording the time lapse. That isn't a time lapse, it just scrolls through the history. I see now. I know how it is. I understand the program. Better understanding. You use clipped studio paint too, don't you? Hydrate. Right. Get up and stretch. Wow. No mercy from you. And stretch. Oh goodness. Fair. You were right. It was needed. There's a lot of stuff you don't use in clips. Oh yeah, I had a round today with a friend of mine, showing him around on InkyPen Studio Paint, like showing him how I do like comic setup and everything. Because there are lots of cool things that you can make use of. By cool things, I do not mean cringy autocolor or post reader 3D model thingies. Those I'm not so impressed with. But as both a comic program and an animation software, it's very good. Heck yeah. The cool thing with the comic tools is that Most of them are sort of vector-based, so if you crack the code for one of them, you are likely going to master the others very quickly. That is so nice. Good. Okay, now I've been sort of rendering on the naked rock. I think they've become a bit better. They don't need to be perfect. They're giving off the vibe, which I think is good. Quite good enough, actually. Now, I haven't really spent much time in the foreground. Says I, and carries on to do more background stuff. Oops. That's overdoing it. Yeah, in regards to art programs, it is so worth to sometimes just go ahead, explore, and be like, what does this button do? What does this thing do? Let's see what this thing does. I've learned so much from it. Of course, having some projects that demanded that I did some things, of course that helps. But if the intention is to just make something crap to get a feel for how a tool works, that's also super. That's basically how I've been learning Blender lately, or this year. Like, I have been trying for several years to get into Blender. Couldn't do it. That Blender guy, forget about him. So I tried doing the donut tutorial, it didn't work. I hate that style of teaching where it's like, I'm gonna purposefully mislead you so that I can show you a fix. It's like, dude, this program is too intimidating. Just show me how to do it right, please. Or at least tell me, do not follow this step. I know the idea is to teach someone to be able to save themselves a little if they do happen to do a mess up, but it's just not worth it, man. You get colorblind when staring at them for too long? Yeah, speaking of. This is a very red drawing. How about I look at blue for a while? Ah. That was a bad idea. Shouldn't have done that. Now that'll flash in the time lapse. Didn't think that far. Well, so this is some background flesh out. It's looking quite decent. Now I do want these parts to read as shadow somehow. Just not exactly clear on how. I mean, adding some three-dimensionality to it should help. Like, make it show that it's the top of something. Thing is, I don't actually know. Right now I'm just blotting down blobs of color. See if they make sense. This is kind of rocky. I think one thing I do struggle with is balancing contrast. I mean, that seems funny to say, given that I'm working with something that is very clearly low contrast in the back and high contrast in the front. But I mean, right now I'm trying to be a little conscious about it. Trying to do good choices. Do the right things. Make sure it gets good. However, for color, I feel quite stable in some regards to color. I do have a fair understanding of the relativity of color. Like how, okay, so this looks like a gray or whatever, and then it's actually super saturated in a sense. Now, these shadows don't really make sense. But accepting a color as something it isn't in the color picker, that's fine by me. I don't mind the yellow being actually green or pink, you know? Two similar values, yeah. Yeah, that stuff requires work. Some conscious choice in order to avoid it. Nah, I don't want to meddle too much with stuff that is in front of the silhouette. Is that Inky using the lasso selection tool? I choose you. Might be the lasso fill tool. Though, I think you're right, might be the selection tool. Otherwise, you know, it would have fill in it. It's odd we call it a lasso, really. Because, you know, the lasso, isn't that... It is kind of predefined to a circle. And although you catch something, you have already closed the circle before you catch the thing. Before you throw it, I mean. So how fitting is it to call it a lasso tool? Asking the big questions. The chill trumpets. So I don't know what's happening here. There's this orange I'm using. I don't know. There's just something especially about this area that felt nice. Might be overdoing it now, but it was good. Looked pretty good. And we don't have to fully understand the area as a viewer. We get it. There's mountain stuffs and cliffs and something big and scary in there. You thought yellow was water. Ah, let's see how that is. I am struggling at making the ground feel grounded. And I should probably try adding some sort of foliage, even if, yeah, dead roots or grass of some sort. We can try that. We can look into it. If we ruffle up the ground a bit with some grass looking things. Very yellow grass. Make sure the grass strands are pointing inwards to the poor guy. Now we're seeing it's becoming something, isn't it? Here, we make some tufts just to make sure the rope doesn't disappear in the shadow of whatever is here. I think in the thumbnail, it still looks like water. But what would you have me do? Not gonna lie, I do enjoy this stage. Like adding tufts of grass and stuff. That is something that makes it come together way more. Now I'm messing with the tracks. Okay. Mess with the tracks if you wanna. No, I don't like those ones. Okay. How's this, Casey? Does it look less like water? Or are the details so small that you can't really tell? Very groundy. That's what we like. Now, I would like a softer, just a slightly dark color. That's too bright. Now, there's something about getting ground to not look flat, and this is quite flat ground. I suppose if you're at the bottom of a canyon or something, this is what you get. Flatness. You made it look like water an hour ago. Ah! Why didn't you say that? Arbitrary grass patch. With arbitrary shiny shines. Oh yes, I'm so self-conscious right now. I kind of want to disappear. It's so embarrassing that my ground wasn't groundy. I'm sorry it wasn't groundy enough for you. All I want is to make you happy, and I want you to like the ground that I make. Okay, so this might sound arbitrary, but I do feel like a yellow monkey. Looks solid. Thank you. That's a good sign. Now the only thing I think I do not like right now is the white on the mysterious figure. Because it is very it's kind of dead. So we want to make it light up better. I think maybe, just maybe, it doesn't quite have the right tone. So, who here had fun playing Triforce Heroes? You! Yay! I enjoyed playing Triforce Heroes 2. It is dumb, but it's not fun. Okay. So what am I doing? Adding splashes? Just lightening the stuff there. This here doesn't quite look right. You can't say so in Sea of Thieves yet. Yeah. That might be right, but you're safe here. With the other nerds. You know, every time that coffee bot pops up, I'm like, my instinct is to instantly try to ban for being a bot. anti-clanker behavior? As in Clanker's Cavern? I'm too out of the loop. Yes! What do you expect of a boomer? You're so forgetful. How could you forget? Yeah, so what if I'm old? It's okay. It's okay to be over 30. Get up and stretch. Aw, dang. Guess I'll be getting up and stretch. Saving. Hoping nothing crashes. Woo. I might as well do some house maintenance to this wonderful music. It's a pretty good vibe too. I'm soon done stretching. Just gonna do another round. I feel this is the perfect track to be stretching down, stretching up. This is kind of a cruel way to make me do not interesting things for those who don't get the ads. Alright, that's it. You got no combat. What's going on? Right. You can't fight against the truth. That's right. And numbers keep ticking. And they only go up. Life's like an elevator. What you gonna do about it? Okay. This is me doing some simple paint over extras. I actually don't like this. Oops. Yeah. Okay. I think this is all right. I don't see anything more I want to do with it. And it seems like a good way to quit, or a good place to quit. Yeah. Seems like it. So, yes, I think so. If I hide this stuff, this is what we ended up with. I think I can say that I'm fairly happy. We have this epic scene going on with Gerudo Valley music. Do I know what time it is? Yes, it is. Thanks for watching my stream, guys. I'm just wrapping it up, my man patch. But I'm quite happy with this. It's not too bad for a couple hours work, is it? How long have I been going on for? 3 hours? Okay, so 1.5 hours-ish with this thing. That's not too bad. You could be here earlier. Don't be sorry. I'm glad you popped by. So, anyway, I still don't feel comfortable about the rating things. Mostly because I don't feel I have the screen space. Anyway, yes. Should we have a Grus anyway? Like we have Ella. Yeah, I'm wrapping this up now, and I had fun. It was great. It's not so bad being alone at home when you get the piece to dilly-dally around with some art. So it's been great. Thank you all for being around, keeping me company, and I hope to see you next time.